What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. We have a special treat tonight, something that's kind of, I guess out of left field, as they would say, that I'm going to share with you because the Profit Power Hour is all about making sure that you're always on the cutting edge. So hopefully the audio is good. I know that last week we had some audio issues. There's just connection issues lately at my house. So I'm trying my best to find the spot with the best internet and the best connection so I can share my camera, you can hear my voice, you can see my screen, and we're streaming. So this is not necessarily something I can control and go back and edit and stuff like that. So just give me a 1 in the question box if you can all see my screen and you can hear my voice clearly. All right, my tech team will keep an eye on the chat box throughout the questions box throughout the webinar, and they always try to let me know if something's going on, and that way we can make sure that next week we prepare for that. So that being said, everybody's piling in the room now. You should be able to see the screen here, which it appears everyone can. And on the right-hand side, you have my social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Something really interesting, though, I have been very, very, very active on Twitter lately. So if you go and you check out Twitter, then you will see I am very, very active on Twitter lately. So follow me there. I'm not always talking about e-commerce, but I am talking about different businesses that I'm involved in and different things that I do. And I'm sure that you would love to, come along for the ride and listen to what I have to say about some of my side hustles. It's always good to have a side hustle, so I'm extremely excited about that. All right, so that being said, I want to make sure that everybody here again is with me. Everybody can see my screen and all that good stuff. Just say yes if you can hear me, see my screen. Okay, good, awesome. We'll try to go ahead and share the webcam here shortly, but I just want to make sure first that we are good to go. All right, awesome. All right, so on the left-hand side, we have our must-have tools. Now, these must-have tools are Shopify softwares and apps that you can install that will further enhance your store. They'll make it better, right? Can everybody see me now? Yes. I'm in an empty room upstairs, so it's like, can everybody see? Yes. Awesome. Cool. All right, so yeah, I'm in an empty room, and as you can see, I have like my YouTube channel pulled up behind me on the TV. I was just trying to get some sort of, really good background that we could add here. So you'll kind of see me talking, kind of sitting on my shoulder. And I always kind of feel like that, honestly. I feel like I'm like peeking in my ear over here, another peeking in my do this, do that, and go here and do that. But anyways, that being said, the Shopify tools that are there, they're always available. So, there's no FOMO, there's no rush. You don't have to run and dive into something that you might not necessarily need right now. But eventually, if you check out those tools, every single one of them is a valuable resource and a valuable tool that you could have on your Shopify store for Facebook tracking, Facebook targeting, automating shipping and handling settings. And then on the bottom left, we have our essential fulfillment apps. Now, these essential fulfillment apps are really awesome because they allow you to drop ship customized products, be it customized jewelry, be it customized face mask, which we'll talk a little bit about tonight. And then ZenDrop is a replacement, like a complete and total replacement in most cases to AliExpress, which we have been introducing all of my students to and my community to for quite some time now. So definitely check out ZenDrop. And it's important that you go to the links that are on the screen. And I know it's a lot of links, I get it, right? It's a lot of links, screenshot it, all right? And these links are going to give you either special discounts, special access, and things like that. So like ZenDrop, when you go to profitph.com/ZenDrop, what you're going to see is you're going to see that by going through that link right there and getting access to ZenDrop, you're going to get some special goodies that no one else gets, and so on and so forth. So always go to these links. And at the top of the screen, you got your 14-day free trial link to Shopify. That's profitph.com/Shopify. And that's going to tag you to me as a Adrian Morrison student, so Shopify knows that you are my student. And there are different perks and different things that you get by having a Shopify store through my partner link, right? I work very closely with Shopify, and we do a lot of things together. And so I try to make sure those that have stores that have signed up through me get special things. So that being said, I want to welcome you all to tonight's webinar. And I want to say this, okay? We have a really amazing, unexpected webinar that we are going to be doing tonight. Now, we're in the middle of kind of talking about recurring subscriptions and building a recurring subscription store. And that's awesome, right? It's amazing. Passive income, we're getting through that. But something hit me in the brain late last night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, as I was kind of thinking about, okay, what is the structure of tomorrow's webinar going to be? And it hit me that Halloween is coming up, right? Halloween is a massive holiday. And this year, people that missed Halloween last year due to COVID are going to be going all out and excited. You have people that are now, so many people that are vaccinated, that feel more comfortable going to parties and going out. Now, look, I'm not here to get into the politics of, vaccines and if this is real and if that's real. Like, I'm the least political person you'll ever meet. I'm uneducated. I'll never talk about things I don't know about. But here's what I do know, okay? I know marketing. And I know that because this year people are getting out and about, and because people feel more comfortable because of the vaccinations and whatnot, more people are going to celebrate Halloween. And I think they're going to celebrate it harder this year than they ever have before, because a lot of people missed it last year. But I'm going to show you some important statistics that are going to blow your mind in just a moment when it comes to Halloween and how to profit from Halloween. This is one of the big profitable holidays. People blow a bunch of money. You can sell low ticket items, but get high amounts of volume. And there's things that you can sell, from costumes all the way to decorations. And there's going to be a little twist that we're going to put on it this year that I think is going to be really awesome and unique and helpful, hopefully, right? So is everybody excited about that? Because if you are, I just want you to go ahead and I want you to go to our Profit Power Hour Facebook group. Tell everybody to get on the webinar tonight, because right now we are about to do a Halloween Profits crash course. It's just completely out of left field. I got to show you this. I've got to put this in your brain because the clock is ticking. And if you want to cash in on an $8 to $9 billion holiday season this year, then we got to do it now. We got to put everything else on hold, and we got to do this right now. And sometimes in entrepreneurship, you have to stop doing something to take advantage of a trend or a what's the word I'm looking for, but a short window of opportunity to profit, and you can get back to the other thing later. And that's what we're doing tonight, and that's why this webinar exists. Also, we're giving away a free mini course that I told you last week. I'm going to give away a completely free course to you. We're still creating this course. It's still in production. I don't want to launch something to you that's crap and that's no good. So, I will be, I've created a waiting list for it. And at the end of this webinar, I'm going to drop the link, and everybody can get on the waiting list. And if you get on this waiting list, then you are guaranteed free access to a mini course that I'm putting together that's going to show you how to create passive income with Shopify. So nothing for sale, no tricks, no hooks, no clicks, no baits, whatever it is that the skeptics might be, finagling in their brain. It's just a free course. Just like this training every week is just free training that I literally derail my entire Tuesday every week for the last 6 years for this training right here, completely free for you. All right, so I'm excited about this, and we'll be announcing the link to the waiting list for this free course. That way you don't have to pay for it, because when I release it, it's going to cost money unless you're on the waiting list. So be around for that link at the end, okay? So, all right. If you've been following along over the last couple of weeks, then you have certainly been excited. You've been installing apps and building this whole like business model with me. And I'm literally halting that for now. And I'm going to do this 1 to 2 week Halloween Profits Crash Course series, because when a holiday is coming up, you have to take into account shipping times. And so if you don't get started with this now, then it's going to be too late, because you can't start doing this 2 weeks prior to Halloween, because you have to allow for time to ship. And I'm going to show you some ways to do this with Zendrop, with AliExpress, with print on demand. We're going to look at what's working right now. We're going to go over the numbers, and you can cash in on Halloween right now if you're ready to hit the ground running. And then we will jump back into the series that we've previously been doing the past couple of weeks. Now, if you are brand spanking new to the Profit Power Hour, all right, make sure that you go to that link below and you join our Facebook group, all right? We have over 18,900 members in the Facebook group. And every week I say, hey, go post in the group, tell everybody to join the webinar with us tonight. And at the end, I give away a gift, a cash prize, something of that nature. Sometimes $100, sometimes it's 1,000, sometimes it's 5,000, sometimes it's a computer. I give away something every week. So most of the time, $100. So all you have to do is join the group. It's free, and then post and engage and rub shoulders with beginners, 6, 7, even 8-figure marketers in the e-com space. All right. So make sure that you go there. And again, that link is facebook.com/group/profitph. All right, and additionally, if you have not been watching our webinars over the last couple of weeks, or you're brand new because you just got into one of my programs, everyone has access to the Profit Power Hour members area through your Access Adrian portal. So all you have to do is log into your portal, come down here, click on Profit Power Hour, and it's going to pull up a completely free members area for you, where you can go watch a list of all the replays from this year. You can watch last week's replay. Make sure that you hover your mouse over my profile photo here, you see it, and hit subscribe, because when you subscribe, it's going to notify you every time I put out completely free training for you that is in your best interest, all right? So that being said, what I want to do is I want to dive in to the training tonight. So listen, here's the deal. Halloween is about to explode. And if we look at Google Trends here, and this is a Google Trends chart that we're looking at here, you're going to notice that over the last 30 days, just the term on Google, people have been searching Halloween trends, has gone on a 1 to 100% scale of interest. It is now at the tippity top as of actually September 16th. So that's what I was saying, like last week, I was like, oh man, we really should have done this training like a week ago. But I want to make sure that we get it in right now, because as you can see that we are at the tip top of interest for people that are looking for Halloween ideas, costume ideas. There are trends for Halloween every single week. And if you just look here, I mean, it's incredible, the spike in interest in the last 90 days. So this is how you know when something's about to get big. Now, in all honesty, I really should have been preparing y'all for this around this mark right here, September 6th. I was so caught up in teaching you about the passive income and the rewards program on your store. It just wasn't in my brain. Last year I didn't even celebrate Halloween and do trick-or-treating and stuff for kids, because COVID was running rampant, and so it just wasn't on my mind. But it hit me last night, and there's still time. So that's why we're doing this webinar right now, because we are at the peak. And what I'm going to show you is how in less than 24 hours you can start capitalizing on the Halloween sales rush. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, Adrian, how many people celebrate Halloween each year? How much money is in circulation? So I went to last year's numbers, Halloween sales of 2020. So this is a Google search here, and I just want to share some of these numbers with you. So last year in 2020, 148 Americans still celebrated Halloween, and there was a total of $8 billion in spend for the Halloween holiday. That is a big chunk of money. You don't need the whole pie, right? You don't even need a slice of an $8 billion pie. I'm sure a lot of you would be happy if you could literally just lick the knife of an $8 billion pie, right? So that's what we want to do is we're happy with the crumbs of 8 billion, right? And so you can get that. And this year, I think it's going to be even bigger. Like I said, you can see the decline from 2018, 2019 to 2020. Well, in 2020, I'm telling you, it's 2021. I think it's going to be big. And just to double up on my research, I went over here and I'm researching. I always research articles and whatnot. So you could see the trends here of how Halloween has been since 2012. And again, last year there was a bit of a drop, but there's really only like less than 30 million people dropped off of Halloween. I mean, that's that's not a massive drop right there. But here's what is interesting to me. Even though there was about 30 mil, well, really like 20 million, yeah, like 24 million less people last year celebrated Halloween, the average spending per buyer went up. So when you're looking at, okay, I want to celebrate, I want to cash in on Halloween, how much money am I really trying, what is the average customer spending? Should I be selling these elaborate $150, $300 costumes, Power Ranger outfits, Superman outfits, whatever it is? Or what type of money am I really trying to generate from a customer? Well, last year, your average spend per buyer went up, meaning the average person last year spent at least $92.12 on costumes and whatnot, or Halloween decorations. It's not just costumes. So, this year we could probably expect somewhere around the same, the $80 to $100 average order value range if you have everything tweaked out the right way. So every customer that clicks on your ad and comes into your store, if they're a buyer, right, what your goal is to get them to spend anywhere from 80 to 100 bucks, because that's the average of last year. Is everybody with me on that? Sorry, I can hear my computer kind of like howling. It's getting really loud and stuff. So hopefully like the audio and everything is still good for you. All right. So that being said, we know our numbers, and it's important to know our numbers. Let's take a look at a couple of ideas for Halloween. Now, the next thing that I did is I said, okay, now that we know the numbers, we need to identify what the trends are. So what are the trends on Halloween? Like, what could you do very quickly to cash in on Halloween? What types of things are you going to sell? Okay, so let's just come here. You're probably going to hear me tapping on my laptop keyboard because I don't have my regular keyboard right now. But here we go. All right, so let's do a Halloween. Let me get this stupid menu away. Come on, jeez. I'm impatient today. And hoping that y'all can hear my audio and everything good, because last week it kind of sucked that it was crapping out. So what we want to do is we want to go over our Halloween profit ideas. All right. And just to put this on theme, what we'll do is maybe we'll make the background of this black, and we will make the text orange. All right, so Halloween profit ideas. So what are some things that we can do to profit from Halloween? All right, so let's start taking notes, all right? So this is really important. All right, so I'm just gonna come back over here and let's do, let me get this over here to the left. All right, so there we go. Perfect. All right, so we know that there was, why are you doing that? There was, what was it? $8 billion, all right, spent last year, probably a little bit more this year. All right, there's also, sometimes I'm just gonna stop and say, sometimes I really just hate Google Documents. It's like, sometimes it just behaves so stupidly for such a smart company. $8 billion spent. All right, so our average order value, we'll call that AOV, or we'll say average order value, should equal somewhere around like $92. All right, those are stats. All right, so this is per customer. All right, and then what we'll have is, why is it going black and orange? I don't know. All right, now the next thing that we need to do is we need to come up with ideas. All right, so we need to come up with a profit strategy, which would be decor / costumes. All right, so some of the things that we're going to look at here in terms of costumes and all that good stuff is we need to look at decorations. We need to look at costumes. As I just said, we're not really selling candy. People can go and get that from their local store. So we're not going to be selling like bundles of candy or anything like that. But when it comes to decor and it comes to costumes, we really need to figure out what are the trends. All right, so what are the trends for these? All right, so I personally think that most people are going to be spending their money on costumes rather than decorations, because not everybody does trick-or-treating, right? Not everybody goes out and decorates their house to look like a haunted house for kids to enjoy with trick-or-treating. A lot more people actually go out to parties and dress up, however, and trick-or-treat. So obviously I did some more research on this. And if we come back over here and we look at some of this research, let's see if I could find this research I had pulled up from earlier. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's see if I can get that up. Let's see over here. Let me see. Yeah, okay, cool. So some other statistics that I found. Now this is 2020 data, all right? So we're looking at last year's data. The most expensive part of Halloween tends to be costumes. 46% of people plan to dress up this year. 2019 was 47%. And of course, the top 5 costumes in 2020 were witches, vampires, cats, Batman, and ghosts. Now, if you take a look at, what you might believe this year the trend's going to be, what are people going to dress up as? I do believe that there's going to be some staples, right? Like, I mean, come on, vampires. Everybody dresses up as a vampire for Halloween. It's like the absolute easiest costume to put together. Buy some fake fangs from Party City, slick your hair back, put some light makeup on and some lipstick, and poof, you're a vampire, right? Witches, another staple. Cats, another staple. And then you've got your superhero characters. But I want to point something out here, and that is you can't be advertising the Hulk and Spider-Man costumes. Like those are copywritten, so they're copyright. So like you can't go infringe on people's copyright and their trademarks and whatnot without proper licensing. So steer clear of that stuff. You want to stay more basic. And you want to look at how do I play off of like some of those basic trends, right? And what types of items are going to sell? Because if we come back over here to our document, we also want to take note of shirts, masks, like I said, decor, costumes. So shirts, mask decor, costumes, linen tote bags could also be another good thing to sell. Let's do a little bit of research over here, and I want to show you what exactly I found. All right. So while Googling around, I went ahead and I typed in popular Halloween costumes of 2021. And every year I do this. And Google really is like spot on most of the time. So some of the things that Google says are like the top trends right now are going to be Harley Quinn costumes. So that's because the Suicide Squad, the DC Comics movie came out. If you don't know who Harley Quinn is, Batman, Joker, it's Joker's, girlfriend, sidekick. Training Javelin, I don't know what that is. Harley Quinn, pink and blue wig, full body tattoos that are temporary. Cruella, Cruella DeVille from 101 Dalmatians, right? And so it's interesting to me because some of these are like the same thing. So Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn, right? Cruella, half blonde, half black wig. That's Cruella, right? And we can click on more items here. And this website comes up. So it's the best pop culture Halloween costumes of 2021. And so as we go through these, let's take what we want to do here is we want to take a look at what is out there that we can take advantage of, that we can quickly cash in on, that is not going to be copywritten. So we got our Harley Quinn Suicide Squad. We're not going to be selling the costume. We can't sell the costume, but we could sell a wig. I'll get to that in a little bit. All right, as we scroll down here, like here is an example of a Harley Quinn wig. Now we could get this we could get a wig similar to this right off of AliExpress to start selling, or a Zendrop. You've got just all of these big ideas. You've got the Cruella DeVille costume, so that's going to be another really big one, and a very simple thing that we could cash in on. You've got this, we scroll through here, princess dresses. So a lot of these you'll notice are based off of movies, right? So yeah, I mean, you're gonna have like these staple costumes, cats, we saw nurse. You're gonna have the staple costumes, vampires, bats, ghosts. Those are all staple costumes, okay? But you can cash in by doing a little bit of research to find some of these different ones. Now, another one, like the Emmys was just on the other night, that was huge and took home some awards, is this guy right here. I believe his name is Jason Sudeikis, won like best actor or whatever. And his character, Ted Lasso, I haven't watched the show, so this is the cool thing. You can take advantage of these trends without having to know very much about them. But my gosh, y'all, how many people are going to dress up as Ted Lasso this year because he's got, all you have to do is get the visor and the mustache. So think about selling fake mustaches, right? So people can, put the mustache on, put the visor on, maybe a wig with long hair, and then they put like a soccer jacket on, poof, they're Ted Lasso, a whistle. So think about the accessories that you could sell that could get people to look similar to Ted Lasso or to some of these big staple characters that people want to emulate from the movies and from television shows. Does that make sense? Yes? Yes. So let's do that. Let's take a look around, all right? So if I jump over here to AliExpress, I was already doing some research earlier, and you have to be careful. So just, hey, stop here, listen to what I have to say. It's important, all right? When you're working with AliExpress, shipping times, they take a while, and we're cutting it close. So when you do this, you're probably going to want to do your research and make sure that you find vendors that ship from the United States of America, okay? Going to be more expensive, but faster shipping. You can also search for the same stuff in Zendrop to see if Zendrop will have faster shipping as well. But I went to AliExpress and I typed in Cruella wig, and you can see that these wigs came up, and it's literally just a black and white wig. So look, I'm not an attorney. I failed the LSAT 3 times. I didn't get into law school. Y'all know I'm a good marketer, but I'm not very book smart. But it's just a black and white wig, right? So it's not like you're selling a Cruella outfit, but yet it is a black and white wig. So this is going to be huge. It's already got 1,430 orders right now. So you'll want to make sure that you find one. This one says it can deliver by October 20th. That is cutting it really close. Again, you'll want to come over here and find vendors that can ship from the United States, spend a little bit more money on the product here. And you'll notice that this Cruella wig right here, this will ship out in 4 to 13 days. Now, when it comes to branding and advertising and whatnot, like you can't put on your website that it is a Cruella de Vil movie wig, okay? So I am not telling you to go out here and advertise a black and white wig and label it a Cruella, Disney sponsored wig right here. People will just be searching for black and white wigs. Does that make sense? Common sense says that when you see this, that it will work for that costume if you're trying to get that look. So I'm not trying, again, I have to make sure that I'm responsible when I tell y'all about this type of stuff. And we don't want to break any boundaries where we're like putting pictures of Cruella de Vil and saying it's a Cruella de Vil wig and whatnot, and trick people into thinking it's some sort of official Disney branded wig. Remember, this is a real business and there are consequences to, infringement. And so that, just bear in mind, like I'm not the dude that's going to come out here and tell you to like do the shady gray area stuff to make a quick buck, but people will quickly draw their own conclusions when they see a black and white wig like this. Does this make sense? Yes, 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 yes. All right, so again, 14 to 13 days, plenty of time to get this shipped out. Now, again, if we come over here and we just type in like, say, Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, all right, on AliExpress, there's going to be, full-blown outfits and whatnot. Again, be careful with this because, some of these companies and factories in China, like, it doesn't really matter, like, what's going to happen, are they going to get sued, So, I mean, it's like, don't be selling like a full-blown Harley Quinn outfit. I'm just telling you, like, don't do that. But the wigs, this is like one of the main pieces of the puzzle here. So look, you can get this wig right here. It is a Harley Quinn-esque wig, and it's literally 17 bucks. Again, you can go and you could find these and have these shipped from vendors in the United States of America. Is everybody with me on this? Just say yes if you're with me on this. Yes, 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 yes. Don't go out there and use this girl's photo dressed up like Harley Quinn and say, here's a Harley Quinn outfit. That would be stupid and irresponsible. You cannot just take random, especially children's photos. So remember, when you're diving around on AliExpress, like you can't just take the photos off of here, especially 1000% avoid pictures of kids that are on the site. So what you're doing is you're trying to look for that generic, obvious piece that you can sell that we know people are going to be looking for. So like we could type in wig, and look, here's another version of it, of the wig that's like blue and that's pink. It's just a blue and pink wig with blonde hair. That's what we're going for here. Y'all with me on this? Yes, right? So again, this is a great way, and we know that this is one of the main things that Google says is trending. Like when you come over here to Google and you type in, what are the trends? What are people dressing up as for Halloween? Harley Quinn is literally one of the first ones. Harley Quinn is one of the number one characters that people are going to dress up as. So having a wig that people could use for that character, I think is going to be obviously something that could fly off of your virtual shelves. Now, as we start moving into different ideas and different things, though, if you're not trying to worry with AliExpress and Zendrop and whatnot, is print on demand. But you can also come over here to Zendrop, and again, you can easily type in Cruella wig, And it's, ZenDrop is going to be a little bit more limited than AliExpress with specific like superhero type stuff. So, you can do some research over here though, right? But you can come over here and type in vampire, and there are tons of like, look at this dress right here, this vampire party evening gown. So, this would be an example of a costume that you could sell that you get fast shipping with ZenDrop, which is, if you're new, a drop shipping company in the United States of America that they do all the work for you. So if you want to sell some vampire costumes or, this Halloween necklace, here's what I'm talking about here. So someone might come in and want to be like, they might want to be the ghost bride vampire dress, whatever. If it's on ZenDrop, then it's probably working. So they buy the dress, but they're going to have accessories, right? So they might also grab this this necklace right here, this vampire bat pendant necklace. And on top of that, they might need some fangs. So you can start selling the fangs as well. And again, this is something that could be shipped from the United States of America, get to your customer in 10 to 15 days with plenty of time to spare. So just, listen to what I'm saying here. The devil is in the details when I start talking about those shipping times. All right, so just be very, very, very aware of these shipping times. Everybody with me on this? Yes. Always look at the shipping times on things. But in ZenDrop, you can also come over here and just type in Halloween. Okay, and some of the popular trends for Halloween that are going to be simple, like these skeleton masks right here, are going to be great for kids. So these are little masks that kids can put on that have neon lights on them and that light up. So this would be another great thing. One click, add this to your site. You want to add this to your Shopify store? Sure, really simple. Hit import product, boom, done. Add it to your store. You can get express shipping on this, and legitimately, your customer has this in literally 7 to 12 days. So do we want this on our store? Fine, let's put it on our store. So we put import list of products. We got our skeleton Halloween masks, and then we just simply come over here and we hit import to store. And when we hit import to store, done. It is now imported to our store. It's done. So if I come over here to my products, you'll see that they have put this on our Shopify store already for Gear Grabber. That is why in the beginning of this webinar, I said, hey, if you don't yet have ZenDrop, make sure that you get it, you get access to it, profitph.com/ZenDrop, because it's awesome. And look, it's literally for sale on my store. I don't see it, I don't touch it, I don't ship it, I don't stock it, I don't worry about fulfilling it. All I do is list it and advertise it, and all the photos are here. And again, these are photos that are by ZenDrop, that ZenDrop is giving you access to, right? So you're not taking photos that aren't yours. ZenDrop is listing these photos on the listing for you. Again, an American company. So this is a really cool product that real quick you can have in. So if you want to bypass AliExpress and finding some of the really like the cosplay wigs, which are mostly going to be on AliExpress, with ZenDrop, you can come in here, and we'll get deeper into this next week. I think we might turn this into a 2-week workshop. But if you just type in Halloween, you're going to get all the cool little accessories that come up as well. So you're going to have like the axes and the mask and the necklaces, and you're going to have the different costumes, and you're going to have like the fake blood that you can sell. Remember, the average customer that purchases stuff on Halloween is spending $92 because they're buying the wig, the fake blood, the fangs, the necklace, the bracelet. They're buying everything, right? So like you got to remember that you don't just want to put one thing on your store. You want to put a couple of things. People are going to stack their cart. The average order value last year was $92. This year, the average order value could be even higher as people want to go all out because people didn't go as hard last year. Does that make sense? Just say yes in the chat box. We can review that later and make sure that everybody's with me on that. Now, the next thing that I want to do is, yes, go to ZenDrop. Check out all the trends here, right? This is stuff that ZenDrop is backing. ZenDrop will fulfill. And also just remember, if you want to get into ZenDrop right here at the bottom left, I've highlighted it. It's highlighted in purple here at profitph.com/ZenDrop, bottom left under Essential Fulfillment Apps. That will get you some special perks and everything, and you'll be joining ZenDrop tagged as a Profit Power Hour student and an Adrian Morrison student, which will give you some perks, right? So make sure that you do that. ZenDrop is epic. Now, the last thing that I want to show you on tonight's webinar, because I'm really just trying to jump through as much of this as I can because time is of the essence, is I want you to go through this, and I want you to start also thinking about print on demand, all right? Because print on demand is very cool, very unique, and very reliable. So I always, when it comes to print on demand, I go to Etsy, all right? And the cool thing about Etsy.com is Etsy will legitimately tell you what people are searching for. A lot of people don't know this, but if you come up here to Etsy.com and you just type this, like you click on this search bar right here, it's going to tell you what the most popular searches are for. So a Halloween collar leash is a #1 thing that's being searched for right now, apparently. So that's random. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so I don't know if it's a leash for a human or a dog, because that looks like it's put on a human's neck. But I guess people dress up their dogs for Halloween too, right? So this is a really big, I cannot believe I just saw what I just saw on the screen. So I'm sorry, I'm on Etsy. I didn't think that would show up. That was weird. Okay, so you never know what you're gonna get on the internet. Oh my God. Just unbelievable. Like the one thing that you would not think is on Etsy, you scroll down and is gonna be on Etsy. So anyways, we'll move past this. So this is a really popular search that's on Etsy right now. That being said, if you want to look for specifics, right? So if you just type in Halloween, this one keyword, in order, if you just type in Halloween on Etsy, this is the list of things that are being searched for that are popular right now. So Halloween decorations, Halloween sweatshirt, costumes, decor, shirt, home decor, face masks, adult costumes, and wreath. So if you're looking for popular decorations, you can find all this stuff on AliExpress and ZenDrop as well. So like the hanging bats and the spider webs and the witch that ran into the tree, the fake cut off finger, all of these things that you see here on Etsy that are popular right now, you can find on AliExpress. You could find these things on a lot of these things on ZenDrop as well. So we're using Etsy as a means to do research, because we know that a lot of people are on Etsy, creators are on Etsy, and they're always selling what's popular. So I typically refer to this as my Etsy sneak attack. And this also leads me to something else that could be really cool. With Facebook, you can target people that are in a relationship. And sorry, again, this last week and this week, there's a little gnat that's flying around. It just keeps getting in my face. So this little shirt combination right here is really cool. I'm his witch and I'm her boo, right? So you can literally see this right here and see that this company's had 41,000 sales. A company that's had 41,247 sales knows what works. Would you agree? Yes. So if it says that this company at the top right has had 5 sales, then chances are that's for a reason, because they have no freaking clue what they're doing or they're new. But if it's a company that has 6,830 reviews at the bottom left, it's got 40,000+ sales, they know that this works, right? And it doesn't just have to be, his and her, right? You can do this any way you want to, but that being said, is a great way to get couples and partners to buy a set together and spend more money. So I'm her boo with the little ghost and I'm his witch. Now, how would you get a design like this done? Well, This is easy. Like, I mean, there's nothing copywritten about the phrase, I'm her boo, I'm his witch. So you can go in and go to Fiverr and say, hey, I want you to do me 2 designs, one that says witch and one that says boo. You can send them this as an example, but say make it completely unique, different image of witch hat, different image of a ghost, different text, right? You don't want to rip this off, but you can copy the idea, right? Because there's already 50 billion other people that are copying this idea, guaranteed. It's just a basic phrase, right? So that said, using Etsy is a very, very powerful strategy when it comes to print on demand. And you can see here, this person just bought this September 9th. I really love our couple's Halloween themed shirts. I got them as a surprise. I'm going to show my husband when we go out on a short trip in October. So look, oh my gosh, like it just doesn't get any easier than this. It really doesn't. It doesn't get easier than this. Success leaves clues, right? Don't innovate, duplicate, and become successful. Then think about innovation, right? But duplicate to get the wheel spinning. And so you can see how many people, look at this, all of these people are buying the shirt, right? So are these shirts. So you can go in and very easily use Pillow Profits or T-Launch, any of the really great fulfillment apps here inside of Shopify, and you can start selling shirts, right? You can start selling this exact combination here, and you can start profiting from it. All you have to do is target people on Facebook that are in a relationship. It's one button when you're creating your ad on targeting. You can target people in relationships, married, engaged, whatever it is. Okay, the other thing that I want to hit real quick before I deliver the waiting list, we're going to dive in a bit deeper on these next week, is the face masks, okay? So something that is going to be hitting really hard is going to be Halloween face mask. Let me take a quick sip of my drink here. Now, Halloween, sorry, my desk just randomly. You can tell I'm not at my actual home in Mississippi and in my element because things keep going wrong. My desk just starts going down. I'm at a stand-up desk. A gnat keeps flying in my face. There's all sorts of things happening. But with Etsy, what we want to do is we want to kind of find like what face masks are working the best, because this just works. It just makes sense. It makes common sense. People are going to celebrate Halloween, vaccination or no vaccination. People are still going to want to be safe. They're going to be going to parties, rubbing shoulders. They're going to be going house to house. People are coming in more contact with others in closer quarters than the average on Halloween. So a great costume is a face mask, right? So even if, like, you know, you're not into wearing face masks when you go out, a face mask still is a costume, and it's an easy costume. So for even the lazy person that doesn't want to dress up for Halloween, a really simple solution is a funny t-shirt like I just showed you and a face mask, and poof, they're now dressed up for Halloween. Someone that just has to wear something. So we'll notice here that patterns are working really well, like patterns of ghosts and pumpkins and skeletons, and the ones that make like the big pumpkin faces right here, or the witch face right here, people's faces, right? So these are very, very simple things to copy. Now, over here at Pillow Profits, right, you can go in and you can create face masks. You can create print on demand face mask. So if we scroll down here, you'll see that face masks are $11.90 each. They also have the baklavas, or the, you know, the kind of like the scarf that goes around your neck. I don't know if I scrolled past it yet or not, but they've got those as well. But we'll just use this as an example. So Pillow Profits, again, you can get access to them. They're a secret app on Shopify. They are, I think, a paid app of 29 bucks a month. You can go to amsecretlink.com/profits, and you can check out, you know, their app and what they have to offer. But the reason I like them is because they have express shipping, And they even have on their website here that if you use express shipping, they're utilizing FedEx and UPS, and they have 6 to 12 day delivery times, and they list all the items that you can use express shipping with, and face masks and bandanas are 2 of the items. So this works perfectly for us. So that being said, if I click over here on face mask, here's how you can create a custom face mask from scratch with little to no effort whatsoever. So first things first, you can come over here to Shutterstock, all right? So you literally just come right on over here to shutterstock.com, sign up for an account here. It's free to have an account, and you can search for Halloween face, and you'll see here that they legitimately, they have like all these creepy smiles, they have clown faces, they have all sorts of different types of things that you could use to print on a mask. Now, I just typed in Halloween mask, so we could get a little bit more detailed with this, and we could say like, you know, vampire face, right? And so I don't know why I pulled up clowns, but these are things that you could put on a face mask. We could say vampire fangs. And now we have all these images of vampire fangs and teeth and whatnot. We could say, you know, ghost face. And now we have all these different ghost faces or scream type mask faces. We could say, you know, skeleton face. And now we have all of these different cool and colorful images of skeleton faces that we could put across a mask. We can also just say Halloween designs. And now what we're going to have is a lot of patterns and things like that, like this right here, that we could put across a face mask, right? A lot like what we see that is doing well on Etsy, which is the Halloween patterns and so on and so forth. So that said, if we jump back over here to Shutterstock, we could even say Halloween pattern. And this will give us like very detailed, very colorful Halloween patterns. So it's a brilliant thing to do. Now, how could we make this work, and how can we like really get this on a face mask fast? So I found this image right here of the lips with the fangs, and I was like, okay, this could be cool. This could be cool if we put this on a face mask, be it a white mask or a black mask, and it looks like, you know, the lips, it's just on the front of the face mask, it's like these vampire lips with fangs, right? So if you want to be a vampire for Halloween, but you want to be a little bit safer and wear a face mask, so you can't show off your fake fangs, you can get a face mask with a vampire mouth on it. So I found this on Shutterstock, and you can hit download, and you could download this. Now again, you're going to want to get the enhanced license because that's going to give you advertising and printing rights for it. So just, you know, make sure that you do that. And then you can hit download and download the image, but you can also edit the image too. So Shutterstock allows you to edit the image. You can make it a custom size, and you could change the background color. You could change anything you want about it. So again, all I did was come over here to Shutterstock. I found a picture of a vampire mouth that I wanted, and I just hit edit this image. Now, Pillow Profits requires that your image is a specific size. So let's just say that we want to do this face mask here. You're going to notice that with Pillow Profits, it says that the artwork that we overlay on this mask, just take a look at this. I'm going to zoom in on it. The artwork needs to be at least 1500 by 1100 pixels in JPG format. Now, if you're a noob and you have no clue what JPG means, it's just a file name like .png, .exe, whatever. JPEG is a image format. It's the most like basic file type. And the artwork has to be 1500 by 1100 pixels. Everybody with me on this? Yes? So it has to be 1500 by 1100 pixels. So that said, when you come over here to Shutterstock and you say, I want to edit this image, all you have to, really what you want to do here is hit custom image size, and you say, I want this to be 1500 by 1100. And they will legitimately size it for you. Look at that. It's sized for you. It's done for you. You don't have to modify anything, open up a image editor or anything like that. Like Shutterstock lets you edit the image from within. Now, you can add effects to this if you want to, if you want to kind of like change up the contrast and make it, you know, look different or whatever you want to do. That's up to you. Like you could change up the exposure and you can make it like really creepy looking like this if you want to. You know, there's just a lot of different things that you can do to really change up the way this image works. And so these are just some of it. You can remove the background from this, and you can then make it black if you want to on the background. It's really up to you. So they let you do anything and everything to ensure that you fully customize this image. Is everybody with me? Just say yes. And once you're done customizing this, if you want a black background or, you know, whatever it may be, then you can immediately just download it and copy and paste it. So watch this. If I want the background over here to be black, I can put in a black background. I can go over here and I can change the transparency. There's all of these little things that we could do. Once we're done, we just simply hit download. And when we hit download, it's going to put this on our computer. Now watch this, all right? I went ahead and downloaded it. And so if I wanted this piece of artwork to be on this mask, all I would have to do, the only thing I have to do now is grab this file off of my computer. So let me grab it real quick. Okay. One second. Okay. So everybody should be able to see like my files over here. Okay. So I'm just going to grab this file real quick. I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it. The exact one I saved from Shutterstock. And now you're going to see that I have a vampire lips face mask. All right. And now all I have to do is hit review and publish design. And just like that, now I'm selling face masks. So think about all the people this year that are going to wear a face mask as a costume. All right. They're going to wear a face mask as a costume because it's easy. It's safer, you know. Some people say masks don't work. Some do, whatever. I don't care as long as they're buying it from me. Right. And then we can put our price on this, and they're going to tell you like what you're paying for the different designs. So you might just say, you know, this is going to be $19.99 and plus shipping and handling, right? And some of these have extra filters that go up, so you might want to go up to like $29.99 on these because they come with actual filters. So $39.99. And remember, don't advertise these on Facebook as, you know, face masks for COVID and stuff like that. Because sometimes, you know, Facebook is weird about the whole face mask type thing. Advertise it as a Halloween costume. And that's, you know, really what you're trying to do here is you're advertising as Halloween costumes. That's probably going to be a little bit easier if, like, you know, you have to appeal a disapproved ad or something like that. Facebook's always, you know, they have a mind of their own. But now we have this for sale. So check this out. So we have this for sale. We could have had it on a fully black mask if we wanted to, a black background, whatever. But point is, wow, that's a really big, big lip. We could have made it a little bit smaller. But just like that, boom, we're good to go. Everything is 100% ready, and it is it's popping, right? So now we can start selling face masks. Think about doing this with Frankenstein, with vampires, with bats, with zombies, and all sorts of cool stuff. Is everybody with me on this? Now we're going to go through this, and we're going to do a little bit more in depth next week on the print on demand side with t-shirt designs and stuff like that, because there's still time to do one more workshop on this. But for now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to announce the waiting list. So I'm putting out a free mini course that you can have access to, and I'm about to give you a link that goes to this page right here. And this page will essentially, let me just pull it up real quick. Here we go, here's the link. This link is going to take you to a waiting list page. Just give me a second to pull it up. It's not as easy to do this on my laptop. This link right here, profitph.com secret 2021. All right, so if you want to get on the waiting list for the free course, you have to go to profitph.com/secret 2021. All right, so go to /secret 2021. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. There we go. Probably about as big as I can make it right here. Yeah, it's about as big as I can make it. And yeah, so if you want your free mini course, then just simply go to that link right there. I'm just trying to get it to where like it's like kind of on its own there, so you don't confuse it with anything else. All right, and it's going to ask you for your name, your email address, your phone number. The reason we ask for your phone number is because a lot of you don't get emails. They hit your spam box, whatever it is. And we want to make sure that you get access to this before we start charging for it. So if you put your name, email, phone number on the form, we'll be able to text you a reminder when and only when it's ready to claim. That way you don't miss it, because when we open up the course for free, it's only going to be open up for a limited period of time. So when you're on the waiting list, we're going to let you know, right? We're going to send you a text, we're going to send you an email. So we have two forms of communication so you can claim it really quick. So just be prepared for that, and there'll be more details on exactly when it will be released. I want it to be epic, I want it to be nice, so I'm not going to rush it. And so if you go there, it's going to put you on the waiting list to get it for free. All right, so despite a little fly or gnat getting in my face the whole time and me trying to ignore it and look like, you know, play it off like I'm all good, like everything's perfect, and my desk having a mind of its own like a robot and going down, I hope that you enjoyed tonight's training. This is I definitely compacted a lot in here, but I want to get your brain working, be it trending movie ideas that people are going to dress up as, and there's that gnat again, or be it you know, your basic staple costumes, vampires, witches, ghosts, and cats, and things like that you can get off of Zendrop, or decorations, or print on demand, taking advantage of the fact that it's easy to dress up. A face mask could be considered a costume, and you can copy and paste images from Shutterstock on them and have very unique and cool ideas on your site that help people feel safe and more confident and being safe when they celebrate Halloween this year, and also make you unique. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I will go live or go in the Facebook group and give away $100 to a random winner that posted at the beginning of this webinar. So if you didn't do it, no reason to even go do it now, unless you want to say that it was a great webinar. And I'll give away $100 to a random person. Be here next week, same place, same time, right here at 9 p.m. EST for the Profit Power Hour. We will continue our Halloween Profits Crash Course, final boot camp part 2, and then we'll dive back into the passive and recurring income stuff. And we will be releasing sooner than later. Stay on point, stay alert, get on the waiting list, the free mini crash course that I'm going to give to you completely free before I start selling it. All right, so I love you all. I hope you have a ton of success this week. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope that you have a healthy week and life is good. Dig in, dig deep, and get ready to crush it, because I promise you this: when you go all in on something and you deny any potential form of failure, you produce success. When you literally say, I'm not going to fail, I deny it. I will not fail. It's not even in my vocabulary. And you go all in, that's how you succeed. So I can't wait to see your success journey. And I'll see you next week on the Profit Power Hour. Love you all. Have a great night. Have a great week. And start getting ready to profit from Halloween. I'll see you in the Facebook group to give away $100. Good night, y'all.